Bitcoin zoomed out on the weekly. I am about to show you an exact price target for this bull cycle. This is not something I do often, but it just clicked for me. I'm going to give you the exact price forecast for Bitcoin for the top of this bull cycle. So please hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and hit that like on the way in. Your support means a ton to me. And this is really not something I do a lot. You all know that. There's a lot of rhyme and reason, I think, in terms of what I'm about to show you on these charts. It just clicked to me as I was setting up a video today, and I just posted this on X, $281,000 in 2025. Now, let me pause. That is not the number that I'm going to give you today, but this number provides so much helpful context to where I think Bitcoin is going. So I posted this because I said, look at my YouTube thumbnail from 2018 when Bitcoin was around $3,500 at the bottom of the bear market. Video dropping today, and here's the video. I'm recording it now. Now, this thumbnail, 281,000 in 2025, is so important. Let me take a quick clip from that video, and excuse the quality. This was years ago. Check this out. That's a pretty large correction, 90,000 to 20,000, 21,000. So, and then doing it again, we take the Fibonacci from that swing low to the new swing high of. So I have this dip from 90,000 to $20,000 in this speculative next bull market, right? Bitcoin's at $3,500, and I'm speculating on this next bull market. And you can see 2 cycles ahead, $281,000. Now, what I want to make note of is not only the 281,000, I want to make note of the 90,000 that I was speculating on. And if we go and you can just, that upper trend line is really nothing new, right? I just saw this post over here on X, right? This is such a random post I just came across, maybe the most realistic Bitcoin future price I ever saw. And you can just see, right? 99,000 last cycle, didn't get there. 343,000 this current cycle. I don't think it's going to get there this current cycle, but those numbers are important. In the same sense as if you go look at my chart, here's the chart now that I charted in 2018. You can see how it played out. I was charting it back here, and we didn't get to $90,000. And I want to say this. This is a random note. This is a price forecast. In crypto, all these YouTube videos, we talk about predictions. And very much lately, I've been thinking about the Bible verse, do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring forth. And I really want to start trying to just pivot away from like, this is definitely going to happen, prediction. This is a forecast. This is an anticipation, something to speculate about, something to be ready for. But I really want to be humble in all of the analysis that I do, because I don't want to be in this zone in my head where I'm just like predicting and talking about the future so much and all of that. And I just wanted to make a note of that as I'm doing this analysis. It's very important to me. Now, speculating on how this data is coming together, the $90,000 area that I had here, and you can go and you can look at, the $99,000 that's on this chart. What I noticed was, if I go back to, let's just go to the Bitcoin cycle this time, right? Look at let me zoom in on the weekly. $99,000 or $90,000, that was my target, right, in 2018. Look how we fell short of around 23%. And it just, I would say $3,500 to around $70,000. That's pretty close, but still fell short from the $90,000 target, 23%. And then I went to this cycle and I was thinking about this chart, and I was like, and this is really coming in together. I just want to mention this. There's a pattern that is also going to play into the number that I'm going to break down right now. But going back to that zoomed out weekly, I was like, you know what? 281,000 is what I talked about in 2018. And if you look at $281,000 just up here, and you bring it down, let's chill it down, 23%, similar to last cycle. It doesn't hit that target. Where are we at? We're at around like $210,000. And everybody, that's my number, $210,000. And I'm sticking with it. If you look at this area, and I was just talking about this in yesterday's video, this area plays so well into these two targets that I set up. And I've been like, you know what? I don't want to do an exact number for Bitcoin this cycle. I just want to have a range of like around 300,000 down to like 130,000. That's a huge range, but it's really based off of this inverse head and shoulders setup that's playing out, right? And the potential, and I don't know if we're going to get the breakout right here or not, but the potential for hitting kind of this range of two targets found in the inverse head and shoulders. And it really is how you measure it. And I talk about this a lot. The measured move on the chart itself, that brings us up to the upper end of like 300,000, or the price move, measured price move of like the low of around, 15,000 to this neckline, right? And that move brings us around 130. So depending on how you measure it, I have this range. But now I'm taking into consideration truly what I've been doing on this YouTube for years, and that is speculating about the trajectory of crypto. And I'm taking new data, right? And basically how back in 2018, I had a 90,000 swing high. That didn't happen. But how short did it fall from that happening? And I'm taking that new data and I'm placing it over here from 281,000, bringing it down, and it brings us right to around $210,000. And I think that's my number. It sounds crazy. I know that. And maybe we don't get there. Maybe it only goes to $130,000. But I will say, this chart that I charted back here in 2018, and this is what it looks like now, has been incredibly reliable for me. Whether we're hitting an exact target, an exact swing high, or even an exact swing low of the bear market has been incredibly valuable to me. And just think about this. We can sit here and none of us really know what's going to happen, right? None of us know. But if we can just take data and historical context and visualize what could potentially happen and just prepare in the moment. Well, you know what? If this did happen, am I ready? And this is something that I've been trying to do, I should say, since charting this chart back here in 2018. And yeah, I had the dip happening from 90,000 to 20. And what did it do? It went from 70,000 to 15. A little off, but man, anticipating that bear market even years prior is very helpful. And so right now, I think it's cool to just sit here and say, you know what? Maybe we don't get the exact $210,000 target, but we have this information and we can prepare for it. And obviously, everybody, as we zoom in on the charts and we try and figure out, are we even going to get this bull cycle? Nobody knows if we're going parabolic. There's no guarantee to that. And as we sit here, we can anticipate shorter term moves to really just on the shorter term, keep us in this mindset, at least for me, keep me in this mindset where I'm still even anticipating dips, right? And here it is, Bitcoin on the short term daily chart. Right now, you can just see hasn't even broken out of this smaller pattern. It's massive. It's a half year long, but we're sitting here talking about a massive inverse head and shoulders. Well, we still haven't even broken out of this shorter term consolidation, really, that right shoulder kind of setting up, that consolidation that's making the right shoulder. So short term, still want to anticipate what's going to happen here, anticipating dips right now. Just to throw this out there, 20-day crossing above the 50, the 200 is right here. I think back about when we broke out in October, where all these indicators on the weekly are coming together very similar. But notice how Bitcoin just took a break on this daily chart, even above the 200 before going higher. Right now, even this weekend going into this new week, I'm watching, is Bitcoin doing something similar, taking a break above the 200? So right now, short term, 20 or 63,800, maybe just call it $64,000 area. I'm looking to see if it can hold in the short term as support. And if not, it's this 20 and the 50 down here in this like 60,000 to 61.5 area for support if Bitcoin and crypto starts falling. So these are my thoughts, everybody. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, I appreciate you cruising through. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like, share it out there. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, turn notifications on. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.